Okay. Okay. Ba-da-da-ba. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream today. Good to have you here with me today on this Tuesday. And where's the game? Oh, why isn't it on there? Where's the game at? It's not on this. Okay, we got it. Okay, we got it. Hi everyone. Welcome in. Good morning. I hope you have a good start to your day here. There's lots to chat about. Big topic being, of course, BlizzCon returning. This is the big news of the day. The cat is finally out of the bag on that. But as for my cat, he is not out of the bag. He is hiding in the couch, and I don't know why. I think he just doesn't like mornings. I think he's just not a morning cat. And that's the issue. Because yesterday he kind of did the same thing. He was hiding in there for like half the day. I think he just likes, I checked on him and he's sticking his head under the couch, just hiding like that. So, I don't know. But yes, hello, good morning. Probably won't stream too long today because I need to work on videos. And this has to happen. Like, I need to get a lot done this week. Obviously tomorrow I will not be streaming, but I'm gonna try to get a lot done
raid for Undermine on EU?
before.
I want to get in on the action.
The normal raid for EU should be on Friday at 2. I didn't put it up in the signups yet, but I think it's 8 p.m. GMT on Friday. I'll probably run that on Friday. Yeah, but check WoW sign up channel in our discord.gg/ZeplaHQ, and that would be the place to look for the times for different signups, because I'm not the only one that runs raids. The other officers run it, and there might be ones that I don't even know about. So I would check in Discord. Cat Knight, thank you very much for the 19-month resub, by the way. I appreciate that. And Ask Air, thank you for the 34-month resub. I appreciate you. Does Boo Boo know it's WoW time? Boo Boo! Boo Bear! I think he's asleep. Chompar, thank you for the 8-month resub. Angus McMillan, thank you for this 37-month resub. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for that. Okay, so let me turn this down a little bit. Is the music a bit loud? Tiny bit. Okay. So, about the announcements. Let's pull this up. BlizzCon announcement is huge. I really thought that they had given up on it, but apparently not. Anaheim, California, September 12th to 13th, 2026. So that's not this year, that is next year. So there's a lot. I'm glad they're giving this announcement so far in advance, because this will give you time to get a ticket, to get a hotel. Finding a hotel that's decent in this area is really hard. Trust me, I know, because I went there. I went to my first BlizzCon on... okay, let me amend what I said. Finding a hotel that's cheap and good, affordable and good in the Anaheim area is something you need to do way in advance. So, sooner the better that you can book something if you're interested in going. Last time I drove down from Seattle, and I will probably be able to do that again since I'm moving back to Seattle in the next couple of months, hopefully. But yeah, I went to my first BlizzCon on last year. Yeah, it was just this last year. I think it was November. I don't know what month it was. It was the fall of last year, and I had just the most wonderful time there. I, like I said, drove down. We went in the car down to Anaheim, and it was just so magical. It was everything that I hoped it would be. I met so many people. I met, I saw Todd. I saw Llama Todd there, and we hung out. I met Savix in person, and that was amazing. I met Bellular. I met Jay the Bard. Oh my gosh, it was so crazy. I met Annie in person. It was so cool. It was just so cool. So, are you gonna drive past your highway graffiti again? Yeah, I might. But, yeah, aside from meeting all these cool people, I also really enjoyed the show. Seeing Chris Metzen on stage, I've talked about it so many times, but he just has this electric presence. He has so much charisma, and it was so exciting to hear him announce 3 different expansions on stage. I have seen every single BlizzCon that's ever happened online. Every single one. I've never missed a BlizzCon in my life. I've seen them all from the very beginning, but this was the first one I got to go to in person. And Blizzard actually was very welcoming and accommodating to me. I had media access, so I was able to go to the media room. I was able to test out Season of Discovery there, and they made me feel like they cared about me as a content creator, which really that meant a lot to me, honestly. I got to sit in the front whenever they were announcing stuff like Delves, where I was losing my mind. I don't know if y'all seen that picture of me and Todd pogging at BlizzCon. I'd have to ask Todd for it. I might ask him right now. Hey Todd, do you have that pic? Okay, I asked Todd so I can show you. But it was such a fun time. It was such a great event. And I strongly recommend. There's I remember another thing I seen. Did I ever make a video about BlizzCon? Did I make a video about me going? Or not? I don't know if I did. I have footage. Well, it's a little late now. I might have forgot. Oh my god. There was a lot of footage of you nodding enthusiastically. Yeah, they did get me on the live stream with their official stream. They were panning across the audience, and they had just announced Delves, and I'm like, oh, nodders. So I was very hyped to be there, and so there was a bunch of people in Murloc costumes. There was a Murloc parade actually. Everybody going in a line of Murlocs in Murloc pajamas. That's a thing you can do at BlizzCon, which was really fun. I was like, I said to them, and I'm pretty sure they understood. Well, you remember poor Rimini's ticket this time. Well, fortunately for BlizzCon, they got me a ticket. Blizzard made sure that I had a ticket. It's not like Final Fantasy XIV's FanFest, where if Preach hadn't helped me get a ticket, I wouldn't have had a ticket even for myself. At FanFest, they had me sit on the floor. I didn't even have a place to sit, and I barely got it in. The only reason I was able to go at all is because of Preach had got me a ticket. So, yeah, it's a little different situation. I saw you standing by Lilith at the last BlizzCon. Oh, you did? I took a picture. There is a picture of me, like, praying to Lilith. I put that on Instagram. I did post some stuff to Instagram. I remember that, for sure. But I don't know if I ever made that video compilation. I should have. Well, next time. I definitely will. But they posted a video announcements trailer that I wanted to check.
Something is coming. It begins.
Nice.
Let me show you how it's done.
Legends. Gathers.
What was lost can be found again.
Together. Together.
I hope you're ready.
I am ready. I'm ready. I will be there for sure. Count on it. I'll definitely be there. Hell yeah. Do we know when tickets will go on sale? Let's see. BlizzCon brings us together over our shared passion for Blizzard's universes, but at its heart, BlizzCon has always been about so much more. It's about you, the communities you're part of. What if only buns can meet up? Oh, we could have BlizzCon shirts made. And we could have an Only Buns meetup at BlizzCon. That'd be awesome. Yes. We could have Bunarchy at BlizzCon. That'd be so cute. We've come a long way since our first event in 2005. Over the past 20 years since its inception, BlizzCon. Okay, yeah. But when do we pre-order the tickets? For 2026? Okay, yes, we know. Okay. We're building this event like we build our games with a commitment to our players, respect for your connection to... Okay, when do we buy? Visit BlizzCon.com and sign up to receive BlizzCon updates. Be among the first to know when tickets go on sale. There you go. This is what you have to do. So you have to go to this website, BlizzCon.com, click Get Updates, and then it's going to, I guess, assume email you whenever they got the tickets ready to be purchased. So not yet, but please look forward to it. Yes. Does it usually sell out? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think it's as bad as the situation with FanFest. Like, you should be able to get a ticket if you buy quick. I don't think it's a situation like that. Yeah. And, well, we'll see. But I'm really excited. I can't wait to go back to BlizzCon. That was so much fun. It was so much fun. Yeah. I've never been to a big con like that. Oh, you should. You should come on down. Yeah. I saw Preach there. I saw, OK Mage there. We went to Disney together and it was so good. We had such an amazing time at Disney, and it was just really, really good memories. It's worth going for the beautiful memories that you'll make and treasure forever. I'll always treasure that time that I spent. Yeah. Hopefully we'll have Only Buns merch by then. Yeah, I think we'll have it before 2026. Yeah. For sure, don't worry. I just gotta not forget. I gotta stop forgetting stuff. Which is, easier said than done. Okay, so moving on here, I wanted to look at some stuff that I found on Reddit that I thought was entertaining or interesting. I also have a couple of videos to watch here this morning. Where's the music at? Let's get that back. Okay. I don't hear that. Oh, I don't want turny music. No. Unmute. There we go. Okay, great. I saw this. It says, meanwhile at the Galagio, how do we stop these raiders from liberating Undermine? More explosions. Wait, sorry. How do we stop these raiders from liberating Undermine? More explosions, more spiky cars. Stop carrying around the gear upgrades. I think I should throw it out there. I thought this was funny because actually this was posted by the dev team. The Warcraft team officially is posting, they're shit posting on Reddit, which I thought was fun. Oh, can you see that? Yeah, Warcraft team official. They are. That's what they're shit posting on Reddit. That's great. Yes. In their defense, the spiky tank and rocket cars did kill at least 3/4 of my raid group. Yeah, in the very beginning when the boss does a donut, it just like annihilates the team. I don't know. I remember. I thought this was also interesting. Somebody has made their own version of a WoW map of Canada. Isn't that awesome? Check it out. Wow. Wow, amazing. I'll zoom in really hard. There's Alaska. Whitehorse, Yellowknife, Edmonton. Cool. This is Vancouver down there. I feel like Vancouver should have the castle symbol on it, right? Does Vancouver have a flight path? Okay, Vancouver does have a castle symbol on it. But the flight path, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it does. Winnipeg. Ottawa. This is awesome. I thought that was really cool. I've been thinking a lot about Canada lately, thinking about different ways that I might qualify for a visa there. If anybody has any ideas about that, you know, I'd be interested to learn about what my options are as an American. Canada seems like a really nice place, and Quebec has the castle flag. Yeah, I thought this was really neat. I love the WoW style maps. There's actually, I've seen, you can find these for almost any state. I think it's very pretty. It's a unique style. Okay, this is too giant. I zoomed too much. Let's make it normal size again. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. With this original content from Santi433. Awesome. Okay, moving on. Average, I thought this was funny. Average top end M+ pusher tracking their group. DK is well rested. Healer's vitamin D is looking good. High sperm count on the rogue. I think we can handle the next pull. At least see this UI. Which is like heart rate. Respiration rate. Oxygen saturation. Yeah, it's really like this. You look at some people's UI. I feel like my UI is like this at times. Because I have my action bars and I have weak aura on top of that. And it's just, yeah. It feels like a bit much. Vitamin D total. Anyway, I thought this was funny. I thought that was funny. Bro slept for almost 10 hours. That's 6 hours wasted not being an M+. Kick him from the group. That's the kind of mentality that Bricks +2 keys. God. Hacker bands. Actually, high-end M+ pushers have a very clean UI. It's not a space station control. Yeah, honestly, that makes sense. But this is the perception. Definitely. Though that, in reality, that doesn't make a lot of sense. That's true. That is true. I thought this was a great point. This is a request someone made on Reddit asking for M0 follower dungeons. Can we get M0 follower dungeons so I can learn by doing and not be forced to watch 8 20-minute videos like I'm studying for a test? Now, obviously, the alternative to this is you join a guild and you learn in a safe and patient and friendly environment. But it's not that... I also feel like telling people just join a guild, even though it is a solution, oftentimes feels like a cop-out. Because I've been in a situation before when I wasn't in a guild and people would say, oh, just join a guild. And I just felt like, okay, well, you're not really addressing problem I'm having. It can be dismissive, I feel. Maybe it doesn't mean that just because people can join a guild that there can't be improvements made to the way that you learn and your options for learning before you go put yourself into a situation where you're going to be responsible for other people. There will be expectations of you, and there's going to be expected knowledge that people assume you will have, especially if you're going to be tanking. You need to know the route, and you need to be study that really beforehand. Like, personally, I haven't done I wouldn't do any mythic outside of a guild group at all before studying to make sure that I understood basic stuff, especially as a tank. Mechanics are super important this time around, and in Plus, it's harder to brute force your way through, but there still is no way to learn by playing the game. M0 is supposed to be that mode, but people will still leave constantly, and not many groups form for M0. Let's cue M0 with AI followers. Tuned and designed so we're forced to learn mechanics or fail. We would also fill the awkward gearing void between 605 after the campaign, some delves and chests, and the 625 needed for 2s. Nobody wants to queue for 20 heroics where you learn nothing about M+. I think it's fair to say that heroic doesn't teach you anything about the mythic version at all. I'd even go a step further and advocate for a return of proving grounds in the form of having to complete an M0 follower dungeon before the dungeon shows up in the M+ finder. Or at least giving people a little badge that shows they've done the dungeon with followers. Do not do that. No. People hated Proving Grounds, but that was before all the avenues for solo gearing we have now, especially delves. So what do y'all think about this? What do you think about it? You think heroics are a good starting point? My tank studied for 8 to 10 prior to season 2. 8 to 10 hours. It allowed us to push 10s. That is incredible that you have someone willing to do that. But I think it's safe to say that most people are less fortunate than that. To be honest, I wonder if they haven't figured out how to make AI that can actually do the mechanics properly. Oh, I bet they have. I bet they have. This is a very popular post on the subreddit, which tells me that it's a popular request with almost 3K upvotes so far. Not to mention that this would make it easier to try out taking and healing, removing the anxiety of playing with real people. To this, I would say, now that I'm thinking about it and letting this simmer a little more, if you do the AI dungeon as an M0, I think you might not learn more from that than you would the heroic version, because what the AI might expect from you would be different than what other players might expect from you. The AI will not teach you the optimal route. Like an AI isn't going to teach you the skip, if there's a skip that you would need to take. So in terms of stuff you have to actually study for, to me, that really only means like the most studying you would have to do would be as a tank learning a route, I think. And like basic catching up on boss mechanics, maybe trash mechanics here and there. Having DBM will cover a lot of this for you also. Like DBM does call outs for stuff you need to interrupt that's important. There's even nameplate add-ons that will color code the health bar of different ads based on priority to let you know which one's most important to deal with first. One thing that I would also recommend, honestly, I feel like this feels like it could be a solution, but the more I think about it, the more I think it won't actually solve the issue at all. Here's a suggestion though that might work instead. Let you do M0 with partial AI. So you can bring in like one other player, you know, or two, but if you need a couple extra, you can just bring in bots to fill the party. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I think removing the learning by doing with others is not a solution, because the AI is just not going to teach you. It's not going to teach you what you need to know around other players. The expectations players have is different. Flex, though. It seems to me more like this OP had a bad experience with people in the game. Aside from heroics, M0 is implicitly understood as an entry point that doesn't have sweaties. When looking for M0s, anytime I personally wanted to learn them, I posted its first time. Absolutely correct thing to do. Yeah, I think that might be an issue people are having. They're afraid and they're shy to point out that they're new and it's their first time. They might be joining a group that has different expectations. I would definitely recommend start your own group. If you're learning especially, start your own group and write in it chill. Write in it first timers. Chill. Be chill, right? And this is going to attract a different kind of person than someone who's going to try. Who is sweating in an M0? You know, there are people. There are people who are sweating in the M0. I would also recommend for people that are learning a mythic. I haven't made any attempt to do this in this season yet. I will, but in the past, speaking from past experience, focus on one dungeon at a time. I think you might get overwhelmed if you're trying to learn all of the dungeons all at once. Don't do that. Just pick one, learn it, learn about it, and then after you're comfortable, then move on to the next. People are commenting in here, not understanding the reasons behind this post. This is what's really matters, and this is what chat's discussing right now. The reasons why people want this is really more interesting than this as a solution, which I think might not be the right solution, but the reasons behind it are important. The mechanics of mythics aren't the problem. The problem is the absolute insane expectations that randos can have. Yes. Yeah. I mean, you could program the AI to just be toxic. Okay, they'll give you M0. They'll give you the M0 follower dungeon, but the AI is just mean as hell. And then, like, if you die, they trash talk you and stuff. You could have a near flawless run on a dungeon or even a raid boss, but one wipe. People can and will ditch right after they res. Yes, that's right. I've seen people kick randos that died in Wrath time walking after they fell off a ledge. What? The community in any content is at least 50% toxic cesspit at this point, and it's the top reason so many people refuse to tank or heal in random groups. Even if they really like to. Wow, that sucks. That sucks. I was surprised how toxic people are with kicking. I ran a dungeon where the tank kept chain pulling up to the boss so fast, where he'd lock the healer out of the fight, die, cause no heals, then do the same thing again. He wanted to kick the healer. I wonder, like, what's getting into you when you're doing this? It's almost like you sit down at the computer, you chug like 5 Red Bulls, and you just speed as fast as you can to the boss, and you just can't stop for anything. Why are you acting this way? I defended him and declined it, but the tank then proceeded to vote kick me for blocking it, and everyone accepted it. Oh! You got kicked for thinking that was bad. That sounds horrible. Damn. So anyway, you should probably just join a guild. Yeah, you should probably join a guild. I have been able to have reasonably good success learning to tank these new dungeons without massive amounts of upfront effort. But you need to be willing to install the add-ons, and willing to at least spend a bit of time before going in. Yes, agree. Yeah. Are you telling me Bran? Yeah, Bran is already halfway there when he's like, next time, let's have a strategy in mind. Or he'll be like, let's try some harder hitting moves next time. Yeah. I noticed you weren't hitting it very hard, so might want to work on that. Your damage just wasn't very good at that time. Yeah, found a bit of gold. Anyways, I feel like I played this game so long that when I'm in a random group and I just go in with the assumption that I could be kicked at any point. Like, if I'm slow, I could be kicked. If I, you know, have a bad transmog, I could be kicked. If I'm playing a goblin or a Volpera, I could be kicked. Like, if I say hi, I could be kicked. And if I do get kicked, it sucks, obviously, but it doesn't make me feel bad as a person. Like, I don't take it personally because I understand it's a random group in World of Warcraft. And it's just how, this is how people are in there. People get all crazy in there. I think it's good to just don't set your expectations that there's a good chance that you'll be kicked for some nonsensical reason. And it's not personal if you're gonna go into a random group. Just go again, really. It's fine. Oof, you thought those pants matched that helm? Bye, Felicia. Yeah. I just don't let it bother you, is all I'm trying to say. Moving on, there's some big news about Bran. Speaking of using some harder hitting moves, Bran won't be doing that in the near future. At least Tank Bran, who's been substantially nerfed based on data and feedback in order to encourage diversity in Bran's usage, including making him take 60% increased damage. Yeah. Tank Bran is fucking useless, though. Apparently, they think he's too strong. I don't know if I've seen these adjustments. Brand's tank spec has been the best choice by a lot. While we're excited to support a true healing focused playstyle, the tank spec has proven to be too powerful while players hang back and just heal him. Our goal is for Brand's spec to be roughly balanced against each other, for the difficulty of delves to offer satisfying progression, whatever your preferred playstyle is. Poo poo. Tank Brand's boomstick blitz damage reduced 35%. All this damage is just, he's just been nerfed into the ground. Tank Brand receives a 60% increased damage. The bear melee auto attack damage 80% reduction. What the fuck? This is like a sledgehammer changes. In other words, fun detected. Yes. Do you realize, like, maybe I'm crazy. I feel like I'm being gaslit right now. Or maybe I'm just a bad healer, which is possible. It's possible. But I did a solo delve with Tank Brand when I was healing him on Shaman. And it took me 45 minutes to do that. It took 45 minutes for me to get through it. I didn't feel like it was a walk in the park or anything. So I don't know. Blizzard, I can do the damage myself. I just need Brand to stay alive for 10 fucking seconds. Jung-hee says that Brand was way overtuned. But we'll see how this is after the changes. I haven't really been using him on tank since then. I feel like they saw he was really tanky with solo healers, so they nerfed him without giving a second thought to how he was doing for solo DPS players. DPS Brand is useless, tank Brand is useless, back to healer Brand. We'll see how it goes. I wouldn't jump to any conclusions yet until we see how it is in action. Is DPS Brand genuinely so terrible? Why these changes hurt all play styles? Oh my god. Did ChatGPT write this? Oh my god, it did. What the fuck? It looks like it. It feels like it's a ChatGPT comment. Okay, I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. Somebody responded to this saying, do people, it's the crazy thing is like, do people not notice? It's obviously ChatGPT. Literally no one has pointed out that it's ChatGPT. Maybe it's other ChatGPTs. God, it's like a dead internet theory. One day, I'm joking, you think I'm kidding, but one day it's gonna be like that. We're not gonna be able to tell so easy. And it's gonna be just GPTs talking to GPTs. You never know when you're really hearing from a real person or not. That's creepy as hell. Think about. Why can't things just be fun? I was having so much fun in Delves. I loved Tank Brand. For once, I felt strong doing any content, and I didn't even have to party up with people that mess up mechanics. I could just heal Brand and focus on mechanics and slowly clear the Delves. Yesterday, I cleared my first 10, and it felt amazing. As always, in every damn game, instead of buffing mediocre things, the devs just keep nerfing the good ones. It just keeps ruining the fun out of this game. But thank you again. The game wasn't miserable enough as a healer-only player. I'm gonna have so much fun today, waiting 40 minutes for a tank to join our 11 delve, just for us to wipe in 5 minutes and disband, cause some dumbass pulls the well-connected enemy. My fucking god, dude, it's a game. Can't we have fun with anything? It doesn't do it. Thank you for your post. Old times return. This is such a great post. This is like peak WoW subreddit. it's comforting to me in a way that these posts still happening. Oh god. Oh my god. I run through tier 11 delves like they're nothing. Just because I play the right class. Yeah, try playing the right class. Totally. I play a tank. Tanks can solo clear every delve without much thought or skill needed. True. I did that yesterday. On bear tank. I cleared an 11. No sweat. At all. It was so easy. It was so easy. On a bear tank. That's not even geared. Like, I haven't geared it at all for this season. It was like a joke. Why should it randomly be hard for other roles? Without much thought or skill needed? Because that is the problem. I don't know. I didn't feel like it was a problem when I was looting tier 11. And I got a title even. Immortal Spelunker. For doing that. Bear is so comfortable. I think it's good. You should encourage people to play tanks. We need more tanks. If it means you can like do delves easily on tank and learn how to tank, that's good. We'll have more tanks. That's good. I don't care. Let the tanks have a good time, especially since I'm playing one right now. Anyway, moving on. Zep. Can I borrow your tissues? Am I out of touch? I can't be the only one who thinks Tank Brand is too strong. So far, you are. So far, you're the only one. Besides the devs who seem to think that. Could it be that your opinion is based on not feelings? Because my opinion is based definitely on feelings and not on information. But it could be that you've been paying attention to actually the numbers, but I didn't. If you read further down the comments, there are more people who... Yeah, we gotta scroll way down to find people who agree. The nerfs. Well, for me, I'm not really that upset. Because, first of all, I can just swap to a role that's going to be comfortable to do the delve on. But secondly, I'll see how it is after it's in the game. I tend to not, like, go crazy based on announcements to change. Like, I'd rather see how it actually plays in the context of the video game. Instead of just, like, reading number changes and being mad about that. I typically don't do that. Okay. I wanted to watch this because when if you actually link this to me on Discord, you said that whenever you die in Undermine, something special happens. And I want to see what that is. Oh, I haven't used this yet! The backstrap missile! Oh my god, I'm not gonna watch that because I have one and I don't want to spoil myself about what happens. I'm not watching that. I want to use the missile first on myself. No spoiler. No. No. Zepla, what? You don't get mad reading changes until you try them? Are you insane? You had a full-on breakdown when you heard they were removing Peepo. That was different. Okay. That was different. That was about Peepo. That was personal. Yeah. And it worked, by the way. Did work. I got to keep... Well, did I get to keep Peepo? Yes and no. Yes, I can still technically summon Peepo as a marksman, but it's very bad for the damage. It's like a big damage loss to pick that talent instead of the Spotting Eagle talent, and that's really shitty, but, you know, it's, yeah, whatever. I gotta take what we can get, I guess. Whatever. We'll take what we can get. Yeah. Peepo's like tank brand. Yes. Peepo doesn't do anything. That's okay. I'll just summon minion Peepo. That's fine. I did try playing Beastmastery a little bit too, and Beastmastery is quite... It's visually cool, and it's easy to play. I think it might be good for me to play while I'm streaming, because I've noticed if I'm playing while I'm streaming, I don't think very good. So I need I need like really simple task. Like healing, for example. That's why I love healing while streaming. Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to watch this video from Bellular from 3 days ago. There has been enough time passed that it's safe for me to watch it. It's about 11.1.5. Let's check it out.
Well, everyone, the pace of things is really quite fast. I've not really finished the patch yet. I'm pretty sure you haven't either, but it's not stopped Blizzard because they've revealed patch 11.1.5. They've also thrown it on the PTR, and credit where it's due. It's not what we expected, and I mean that in a good way. Today, you're going to learn everything there is to know, and if all you've done is skim the patch notes, well, turns out there's actually more in the PTR. Now, there's a thing I've been doing in my personal free time that you don't know. I've actually been building like little apps and tools, and that's why today's sponsor is really relevant. They're Boot Dev. And with Boot, you'll learn back-end web development using Python and Go, which are two awesome languages that will set you up well as a programmer. And why I love Boot is actually how it works specifically. It's the vibes, the sauce, because it is a fantasy RPG where you've got quests, XP, public leaderboards, all that fun stuff. I mean, just look at the leaderboard updating in real time as users are completing lessons. And so much more, like, say, the spellbook feature, which is awesome. As
I usually
course
let
content,
the ad
you
play
unlock more
through
of the spellbook, which has got loads of programming reference materials in it, but all done as you learn.
While I'm
So
watching.
cool. Basically, Boot's founder loves role-playing games. Big WoW gamer, by the way, viewer of the channel, and that's why it's built for people like us. And of course, you're learning real practical skills here, not just programming basics.
Hold on one second. I gotta get up really quick. Sorry. Oh. I'm getting a message from my dad. I'll be right back. Boo Bear, come on. Boo Bear, where you at? Hey. Boo Boo. Hey, sweetie. Come here. Come here. What's up? What's wrong? What's your deal? Okay. I think I got him out of there. Looks like you were misbehaving once again. Y'all just don't learn, do you? Let's see. God. Why did the man fall down the well? He couldn't see that well. God. What do you call the security guards for Samsung? Guardians of the Galaxy. Yep. I got an A on my origami assignment when I turned my paper into my teacher. Yes. Okay,
That
anyway.
will mean you doing portfolio projects, mastering Git, doing lots of server client stuff, and all that you'll actually need for the real job. And the best news is,
I think this is a great thing for Bellular to promote, because it's about learning, education, self-improvement. That's not a bad thing.
The first thing, something I really didn't expect, it's a massive buff. So how does double reputation, a flat 20% XP buff, and a chance, it's something we've not had in a while, XP potions for killing mobs.
What?
Kinda Wild patch 11.15 is definitely the catch-up patch because of a new thing called Winds of Mysterious Fortune. Once this patch hits, everyone will have double rep in the War Within, triple rep in Dragonflight. It's kind of insane. Yeah, I guess this is happening. And
20% from 10 to 80. Dragonflight rep gain. What the heck?
Massive boosts to basically everything else. I think Blizzard are trying to frame this as the, hey, it's time to
3
come
years
back.
of being
Take
part of an
everything.
amazing
I
community. Zepla Q Heart, Zepla Q Heart.
Hey. Let me get my stuff back on here. I got up and I turned off my Twitch notifications. Coronai, thank you so much for the 36-month resub. I appreciate you so much. Boo Bear, come here. Hey, sweetie. Come on. Come on. All right, anyways.
That's kind of the framing. Now, in one way, that does look really, really desperate. In another way, it makes me think, do they have something rather large to announce? Is there supposed to be some
Sounds
big
like
news
it.
that will hit around this?
I bet it sounds like some kind of a game mode that they might release at the same time that's gonna be related to Dragonflight and War Within stuff.
So that there is hype? But,
Yeah,
the
maybe.
thing is, there's actually a lot of content in this patch, so let's talk about that. Our next feature is completely out of left field. It's called Dastardly Duos, and basically it seems to be doing an arcade version of what WoW's really good at, in boss fights. So, it's called Duos. Now, this doesn't mean it's like duo bosses like the dinosaur and monkey fight from Undermine.
Right.
It's just you fighting 2 bosses at once, potentially even more.
But that is
And
like the
goal is
dinosaur
not
monkey
just to
fight.
clear this, it's actually to get a high score. And the best news is it's not some sort of like super sweaty hardcore content either. It's going to have a whole bunch of power-ups and items that you can earn over time via achievements. So basically, it's got its own form of progression, kind of like a game within a game, I guess. And it being scored
What?
does, I think, mean that they don't have to mess around with difficulties or stuff. They can just make it simple and easy for people who don't care about the score. But then if you want to chase down score, you can obviously, well, do whatever you'll need to do to get lots of score. Maybe that's going really fast. Maybe it's adding in even more bosses at once. It essentially seems like old school kind of arcade-like game design. I'm kind of down for that. And if the
That sounds great. Again, this is something that I think Blizzard does really well with lately is making content that you can do at your desired sweat level. This is something they've got real good at. They make something new. They let you go in and challenge yourself as much as you're comfortable with, which it could be a little just chill, casual time, or a little bit more, or a lot. And that's totally up to you. They give you the agency to decide that. And I love this because I'm a person where I'm moody. You know, sometimes I want to go, sometimes I want to sweat, and sometimes I just don't. And it really depends on the day. So it's not even like, you know, some people always like a challenge because for me, it depends on the day, how I'm feeling. And I love having that option.
The idea of it being raid bosses seems kind of wacky. I agree with you. Reading their post, they don't say you and your raid. They say your party.
Yeah,
so
your party.
I've got to imagine that this is going to be dungeon bosses. I think in terms of complexity, that will work a good bit better.
Wait. Will it be dungeon bosses doing the same mechanics that they do in the dungeon? But will you be able to learn the dungeon boss mechanics this way? No, it's probably different.
What this is going to be then is a
probably
6-week event that will show up sometime during the patch. It will have a whole bunch of rewards, which basically seem to be the usual, loads of cosmetics, toys, but also some cool old items, because these bosses are basically animatronic versions of existing ones from across the game. So basically, it's old school content cycled kind of back in, like they did with, say, BRD in the 20th anniversary raid, but
Yeah.
in a more unique way. So
Okay.
it's
We'll
not Brawler's
see.
Guild, which I was kind of holding out hope for, but I'm okay with that because this seems really cool and like actually different. I mean, when you think about it, even just on dungeons, WoW has got so many cool, memorable bosses from the past.
True.
Actually, like making a boss rush mode out of that seems really cool and way more interesting than the bizarre boss rush thing that I think they did for the 15th anniversary. Okay, whenever this hits PTR, we will play it, but don't worry, the PTR is already up. This bit has just not came yet, but a lot of other things have, like the weak aura replacement, and this sure is something. So it turns out that the cooldown manager is hitting the game way sooner than we thought.
What?
I thought this was going to be a 12-0 thing, but
Is this what I was just talking about the other day? I think I was talking about this yesterday. About how the game needs job gauges like we have in FF14. And I'm tired of having to go to weak auras and get a whole fucking thing for every job that I play because my buffs are at the top of the screen and I can't see them half the time. But it's really important for me to know what procs I have and what buffs I have active before I press different buttons. And so we need job gauge. Is this what that is?
no, it's actually on the public test realm right now.
No
So
way.
the question then is, does WoW's weak aura replacement actually replace weak auras? And the answer is sort of yes, but there's a massive asterisk. So here's what it looks like. You'll see that it tracks all of your major abilities in the essentials panel, even your defensives and heals for the right roles, which is all pretty neat. Underneath that then you'll see all of your utility abilities, so that's your defensives, your crowd control. Then there's a buff tracker, which shows important buffs as icons, and a bar tracker that shows your most important combat
Wow, that is a huge step in the right direction. That's fantastic.
buffs. It's kind of cool to have all of this.
That's pretty
And
cool.
These have got all the usual edit mode layout options, so you can basically put these wherever you want, whatever
Yes.
size, whatever layout. I think that's basically fantastic. And this could easily replace
That's
weak auras
awesome.
for people who are happy to accept decent defaults, which is basically what this will be. And I suppose if
Common edit mode W. Edit mode keeps winning. Edit mode is so good now. Like, you can get comfortable just using the base UI, and now that it's even going to give you weak auras. This is fantastic.
you prefer something that matches the game's aesthetics, right? But if you want.
It also isn't going to lag the crap out of your game like Weak Auras does. But of course, it might not track everything you need. But I assume this is something that they can iterate on over time.
Complete tracking and things like, you know, a holy bar or like an energy bar replacement in the middle of your screen.
Right.
Well, this would be a massive downgrade over the very custom solutions that people can make with Weak Auras. And if you want really good ones, look so.
Yeah, I mean, my Weak Auras are really good. Like, some of them are really good. Really, really good. And advanced. Really advanced. So, I mean, still, it's a step in the right direction.
Ones are fantastic. So basically the way to think about this is like when Blizzard did the changes to action bars that technically replaced functionality from Bartender or Elv UI for some people, but with the humongous downside, at least for some, that you don't have the crazy amount of like customization options that those add-ons provide. As an example,
all I need from the default player frame and target frame is 3D portraits. Literally, give me 3D portraits. Then I won't use Pitbull. That's the only thing that I want. I don't think that they'll ever do that. But I don't want the static portrait. I'm a simple bun. I like to see people's face. I like to see the face of the enemy as I'm killing them. I like to look at my character's cute face. It's just so cute. And think about, oh, my character's so cute while I'm playing. That's part of my play style. That's part of my enjoyment of the game. I click on your character and I say, oh, your character's so cute. I can see already without even having to go over there and creep on you and zoom in to your face. I can creep on everyone in the raid much faster and more efficiently with 3D portraits.
Example right now, you cannot allow or block any specific abilities, and there are some gaping issues. Could just be a PTR thing, but as an example, it does not track Ret Paladin's wing duration when you're using Radiant Glory, and it does not show Crusade stacks. I imagine that kind of thing will be fixed up. There's still odd stuff like it tracks Crusading strikes for no good reason. And for another quirk, I think Havoc Demon Hunter probably doesn't need their taunt to be in the utility section. So there are loads and loads of small issues, but
I feel like I don't need a Weak Auras for Demon Hunter. Personally, Demon Hunter is one of those classes that I just feel like I don't have that much going on. Like, I can kind of just look at my bar and see what's available to press because it's not very complicated.
Got to imagine that's what the PTR is really here to help fix. So it's entirely up to Blizzard to make sure that this works as a fantastic out-of-the-box default for players and that they don't feel like they need to go and get Weak Auras. Look.
My God, a great point. Move window. Let us move any window. I have to have an add-on for this, and I actually didn't realize that it's from Final Fantasy XIV that spoiled me on this. Being able to move any window anywhere. I just got so used to this, I can't live without that functionality. And so I always have to have Move Any installed, but it would be great for that to be a default thing. Especially because I play on ultra-wide, and on an ultra-wide screen, the default locations for some stuff is just so wacky and weird. Like, I have to move it towards the middle so I can see things better. And I don't like using LVUI. I used LVUI for years, actually. But I guess I wanted a more WoW style aesthetic. I feel like LVUI is almost too sleek and too smooth. I felt like it's a little sci-fi, if that makes sense. I prefer the UI to look more like Blizzard. Like, I'm playing WoW. I don't know. That's a purely aesthetic complaint for me.
The upside here could be absolutely ginormous. How many people in World of Warcraft simply don't know what, like, things their class can do? They're, I don't know, hidden away in a spellbook. They just forget to use ability. Well, you know what? If there is by default a thing there that is showing you glaringly all of your utility that you are not pressing, that you could have saved your life with, well, maybe that will help people be a little more informed and maybe a bit more, well, better.
I think so.
Next
I definitely think so.
We're going to be doing some Arathi LARPing. Okay, technically I lied. It's not live action roleplay, but what it is a new event. So, do you want to be called a Stalwart, an Ardent, or an Arrow Knight, or maybe a Sacred Templar? These are all things that you will be able to get in this patch. Everyone assumed the
Sacred Templar. Ooh. Ooh, I like that.
Nightfall, which is the name of this patch, was going to be some sort of Hallowfall related thing, and we were right. It's more Arathi. It's full-blown Arathi, and that's pretty good. They're a cool bunch.
Everyone loves
Arathi. We're joining a
Arathi.
new unit called Flames Radiance to defend Hallowfall from the Sareki Nerubians in a last-ditch effort now that they've basically lost their queen. So, yeah, they're
Right.
just going a bit crazy.
They're going
Now,
crazy.
there's almost certainly more to it. I'm sure there will be lore implications, but that's what we've seen so far. Hallowfall and Ash-Kahet will be getting a whole bunch of new content, basically around whatever kicked off this sort of new wave in the Arathi and Hallowfall sort of war. Now, this is up in the PTR. It's basically more like what we've come to expect. So it's a world event in a way like Theater Troupe or Surge Pricing, but, well, thankfully it's more about murdering spiders and doing Arathi things.
Okay.
That's basically all that's up for now.
I saw on Wowhead that they had found some new mounts coming in this patch, and that one of the new mounts is going to be a cat. It's going to be a lynx. That's like grayish white, and I bet it's from his people. Yes, let me show you. Let me show you right now. It's really important. It's very important. Okay, look. Luke. Yes. Radiant Imperial Lynx. This is a big deal. This is all hands on deck. Mount emergency. Good. Cute. Cat you can get from the patch. Very important.
Now,
I
and
need
I'd say
that.
Overall, it is perfectly fine world
Perfectly good.
content. It's maybe not as interesting as we would have hoped. That being said, there are
Cat.
other things that are pretty damn cool in this patch to make up for that, like horrific visions, which I'll get to soon. And what is actually cool is they're doing a full-fledged renown with this. But the renown's actually got a few more neat things. Number one, right? New armor, new weapons, new dirigible colors, and you get a tabard. Now, the tabard will match your rank with
I
the
don't
renown.
care for this outfit.
So basically, it'll get like
No.
cooler and cooler as you go through the renown. Your
I do not like this outfit. I feel like the belt could be useful, and I like the cloth, like bandage gloves.
rank then directly buffs you in the zone as well. So if you definitely want to be like the light strongest soldier, have some sort of ego trip mowing down legions of spiders, basically, that's what you'll be able to do in this. So overall, I'm going to say it's not looking stunning in terms of like, oh man, crazy content, crazy game design. No, it is a slice of World of Warcraft content. That being said, WoW is an RPG. It's nailing the theme. They've got some really, really cool rewards. And if I even think about, say, the Lamplighter stuff, well, you know what? Actually, theme goes a long way. And even though the Lamplighter stuff is kind of just a bunch of bonus objectives, it feels better because the theme is banging. So they've actually nailed that here. Now,
I think that it's great that they're adding an event where it's like the consequences of what's happened in Nerubar Palace, the raid, from a story point of view. So you killed their queen. Now there's going to be fallout from that we need to deal with. It's not just everything's going to be hunky-dory and there's no problems and there's no consequences. Like, this kinds of things happening, I think, add to the impact of actions that you make in the world. And you see like how this affects different people. Like these things mattered. They mattered to the world. And man, the Arathi especially. The Arathi have the worst life out of anybody in this whole Khazalgar. Like, my god, Arathi have it bad, real bad. Like, I feel like the Earthen, obviously, you know, they have their own struggles, serious ones, but they got to live, a lot of them get to live up there in the beautiful Isle of Dorn, and I see some of them are napping in the meadow with flowers around. They have these cute little sheep, and then, you know, spider people, they're clearly pretty comfortable down there, and that's their house. They live in the darkest, deepest pit. There's spiders that seem comfy there. Arathi, though, dude. They are like assaulted on all sides. There's cobus that come out of the water and like horrible void monsters that come out of the water and kill people, like drag them underwater and eat them. There's people being turned into zombies. On the other side, they are being attacked by bugs, gigantic, horrible bugs too. At night, the crystal turns purple and like there's like squid creatures in the sky and everyone there is like so chill about it. Well, they're not super chill. They're the type of chill that you are when you have a lot of bad things happen to you. Which everybody knows somebody like this who's like, oh, well, just gotta keep a good attitude. We're here together. We're in this together. I feel like that's how you survive in such a bad situation. I am on a tangent. Let's just continue watching the video.
What's on PTR does look to be early, so I've got to imagine that it will progress and maybe things will be looking a little bit better as the weeks go on. Now it's time for horrific visions. These are so exciting to me, but the worst fear that a lot of us had is Blizzard would just flick the on switch back to the on position and leave it at that and basically do nothing.
Right.
No, they've not done that. They've actually put in the work. Thank God. It actually looks pretty damn cool. So the horrific visions are coming back as they are, but with a bunch of new additions.
It's not a copy paste.
The good news here for casual and solo players is you get NPC companions, if you want that is, who can tank, DPS, or heal for you.
Ooh. What does the construct look like, though? What does it look like?
So
is it a sexy
like the
man?
stressful side, well, sort of take that away. But of course, if you want challenge,
Is it a husband? No.
there is even better news. Blizzard have added more difficulty levels. They have brought back all 5 of the challenge masks, and they've added 3 more challenge masks. Plus, on the higher difficulties, you can earn up to heroic gear. I am very happy to hear this. Now, even if you're doing them on the easier modes, they will offer item level 626 gear, at least according to the in-game tooltip right now. And for completing the achievements, you'll even be able to earn the right to buy 658 heroic weapons. Pretty sick. So basically, this is catch-up. But it's catch-up that's returning via solo and party content that's actually a really well-designed game mode. This thing was so cool back in the past in Battle for Azeroth, but it did have a lot of usability problems, like the way that you would enter
Heroic weapon, and you can solo this and do it in your own time and get a heroic weapon. That's awesome.
you had to farm up a resource. That junk is all gone. You can go and do it. And certainly the culmination of all this stuff is that when you open up the event tab in PTR, holy shit, there really is there's a lot of stuff to do. But okay, back to the visions. They're not super connected to the story. It's very specifically us revisiting these visions with the help of the Bronze Dragon Sora Dormi. Apparently, N'Zoth used the Black Blood quite a bit as well, and we're basically just investigating them just to be sure.
Okay.
I've got to imagine there will be lots of very juicy lore tidbits, though. I mean, the last time that we time traveled to Old Gods in, Dragonflight, we inadvertently told N'Zoth what timeline was going to happen. At least up until, a certain point.
We did? We told N'Zoth about the timeline?
Which does have lore implications on what N'Zoth knew, even at the time of Battle for Azeroth. So, I don't know. They really could try to cook up something there. Anyway, let's talk rewards. So, we'll collect a bunch of displaced versions of corrupted...
Look, they'll probably do whatever it takes to bring back every old god. Okay, they freaking love these old gods, and they love the tentacle content, and they love the void content so freaking much. Every other expansion is filled with this stuff. I'm not complaining. I like the void stuff too, but I bet I'm gonna try to come up with some kind of reason why. Oh, look who's back. It's Yogg Saron. I wouldn't be mad. Yogg Saron was so cool. Sethun is back.
Mementos, we can spend those on new and old things. I would expect it to follow a recent trend where we just see new versions of mounts.
I think this is stupid though. I don't like these mounts that much. They're not the worst, but I think they don't look. I mean, it's fine. I want to get them because it's +4 mounts.
Transmogs from the original version of this mode.
I think the dragon looks the best. The dragon looks cool.
That we basically wish we bothered to pick up back then. Now, also, if you miss the corruptions that made patch 8.3 an absolute riot, I forget the one that was really good, was it called Echoing Void or something? I got it on my first drop in the raid. I felt pretty good about it. Anyway, those corruptions
I
are
wasn't
actually
playing that
making
much.
it back in the form of weapon enchants. Oh man, yeah, we'll have a lot of testing to do.
Well, based on how many people weren't even playing at that time, it's gonna feel like new content. A lot of us. So everybody who wasn't even playing the game, it's a great time to bring back that stuff that we didn't see. So it's basically new.
We'll be back soon once that testing
Why
is
waste
done.
the content
This
you
does
made?
look like a massive PTR build to just get our teeth into. Quite a lot of content,
Okay.
so we'll report things when the time's right. That being said, overall, this patch is looking more substantial than I thought. It's also looking more interesting than I thought.
That's a
The
link.
whole duos thing is genuinely new. I haven't really seen that before, so I'm keen to see what they cook up. But okay, that's it for today's news episode. That being said, good lord, a lot's going on, so if you want to check out the latest for 11.1, watch this video
I like
next.
that. That was very informative and interesting info about what is coming in the patch. So when is this patch coming? The patch is currently being tested on the PTR bit by bit, but do we know anything about a release date? Speculated to be released before May. That's the speculation. So we don't know. We don't know, of course, but soon. I'm pretty busy at the moment. I don't really even need the new gigantic amount of content that this patch seems to have yet. I am, season 2 just started, and we are going to be busy buns doing the raids, doing M+, doing delves and stuff. So I'm happy. I have a ton of content, a ton of things to do. I'm having a great time, and I'm happy to hear that probably about the time that we start running out of things to do, we are going to get a bunch of new stuff straight away. So that's awesome. They're feeding us content, and I appreciate it. It's nice. Okay. Healers looking at their party members with 80 plus corruption. Wait a minute. April, May, wait. I just realized something. I'm moving soon. Moving will not interfere with the stream that much. Because last time that I moved from Seattle to the other side of the country, it took me 4 days of travel. So this time, if I do it over a weekend, I'll probably only miss a couple of days. I can always stream on the road too, if it's necessary. So I can stream from a hotel room. I think I did stream from a hotel room a couple of times on the road. But yeah, I'm getting ready. I have not checked the vault yet. Let's go. Let's go do that. Smart. Yes, I have 2 vaults to check, though they are not great. They're not that filled. But it's better than nothing. I did a tiny bit of stuff, so I don't expect to see a ton of options, but, it's still fun to check it. Where's the music? Where's the music? There we go. Why are you a brain? This is a big brain over here. Yeah, I haven't checked it. So I need to check on this character, and I need to also check on the druid that I was soloing delves on last night. I find that with 2 accounts, it's a little hard to, but I also spent some time last week leveling that arcane mage on EU. Well, should I generate loot for enhancement? Or for resto? Because I find that I'm usually healing the raid, but I really like enhancement. Never died in WoW retail. I don't know.
My directive is to serve you.
How's the new cat doing? He was sitting on me a second ago. He's right here. He's in a beam of sunlight that's coming in from the window. How are you doing, Boo Bear? Hey. He's doing really good. He's a happy boy. I'm gonna get loot for enhancement. Okay. 649 trinket. Funhouse lens. There's a set piece, which might be good. What do you think? What should I get? Chat. Let me see how good this trinket is. Enhancement Shaman trinkets. Champ tier isn't too bad. This trinket is B tier. It's B plus tier. So it's okay. Yeah, it's fine. So I have a choice between that or a set piece, which obviously I need. The Funhouse lens is the hero track piece. And currently I'm using a season 1 trinket. Actually, both of them are season 1. What does chat think? Set piece? I think you're right. I think I would go with that too. Always need set piece to get that sets as soon as possible. What do you have now in that slot? 610 set piece from season 1. Trinket is hero track, yes. But it will save me. Yeah, I think set piece is better. Usually if I can't decide, I would go with a set piece. Well, it looks goofy as hell. I mean, looks super bad. I will check on my druid too. Do I not have any outfits saved? I didn't save my outfit from before. I don't know what I was wearing. That kind of works. That's okay. Okay, that's fine. Great. Now I'll go check on my druid. Right now. The bear druid. For NA, that is. I still have time to do some last minute stuff for EU, but I doubt I'll be able to do that today because I really need to catch up on video stuff. I'm way behind. I am way behind and it's really bad. That's why tomorrow is for writing all day. I need to make not just one, but like at least 2 video scripts need to be finished in the next 2 days. So I'm a little bit stressed. Bless your vault with this weapon. Thank you. I mean, I think I have one decent, one little slot that could be decent. Yeah. Oh, Kyrex, congratulations on getting your first character to level 80. That's huge. Congrats. What class? Good luck with the scripts. Yeah. I just gotta get, I have to get to it. as soon as I can. Okay. Heading back to town. What was I doing here? Oh, I think I was doing the world boss. Killed the world boss. Okay. The week goes by so fast. You know that? Every week it just shocks me that it's been another week. I have Noggin Fogger Ultimate Deluxe. Is that good? Let's check. No. It's shit. It's so shit. It's terrible. Basically, it's really bad. Okay, well, apart. Ooh, is this set though? It's a veteran. It's still a big upgrade, but it's a veteran. What should I do? What should I do? We have Champion Belt, which is a massive upgrade. Or set piece, but it's a veteran piece. I don't know, but I mean, it's very cute as well. I have no tier pieces. None. Set item. Then get the second part with Kata. Wouldn't take a veteran piece. Champ isn't that much better. You think the belt. Chat thinks belt. Okay. Okay. I agree. But then again, Champ belt comes from M+, but it I don't know. Yeah, I mean from the lower M+2. I don't know. That's actually a tough call. I could wait and think about it a little bit. Oh, Boo Bear, hey. I don't know. I need time to think about that. Okay. Well, I think it's 2 p.m. and I need to go to the gym in about 3 hours, so I think I might end here today. It's an early... I'm stopping really early, earlier than I normally would, because I'd really like to spend the next couple of hours working on YouTube. So I'm going to get to that, so we'll actually have content on the channels. I'll see you. I will not be here Wednesday either, because I'm going to take the entire day to write. It has to happen. I will see you on Thursday. So be good. And thanks for hanging out with me today. It's always a good time. See you soon. Yep. We don't have a lot going on yet, so you've got plenty of time. Yes, true. All good though. Oh, yep. I'm gonna head out. I'll see y'all on Thursday. Bye, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Bye. Bye. Okay.